everybody, Panda here with Yara Sophia to do, finally, the review of Hitman Absolution for the 360, which came out for the fall 2012 extravaganza of new game releases. I'm going to warn everyone right now, this isn't an insult to the game, but you're going to notice I repeat this theme a lot. There's a certain theme that I'm going to keep going with, and it's not an insult to the game, but you'll notice a pattern. I'm going to warn you right now, so if you get offended after this, I don't know how, first off, I don't know how you get offended, but some people do when you talk about their games they like in this way that I might. But Hitman Absolution was, I have to say, a pretty anticipated release. When it was first announced, like the first time they officially confirmed it, I went to GameStop, I'm like, when this shit coming out? They're like, oh, it might not come out till 2013. I'd be like, this bullshit, I gotta wait some more for this fucking game. Because wasn't Blood Money 6 to 8 years apart? Ugh, that's a long ass time to be making a game. I'm sure they weren't focused all, well, maybe they were, who knows. But I think Hitman Absolution was a well-anticipated release because it couldn't just end with Blood Money, because that would have been the biggest fucking cliffhanger ending as to, like, what does he do now? The agency's fucked. I'm sorry for the spoilers, but the agency's fucked. Hitman Absolution takes place, I think they said, a few years after the events, where the agency has recovered. It's reformed. They got some fat bastard, some fat John Belushi looking guy with a mechanical hand, and some Asian chick who doesn't even look that pretty named Jade, and new people to this agency. And now, their goal, yes, this is a spoiler of Blood Money, and this is a spoiler of the game, but it's kind of got to be brought up because it's the whole premise of the game. The story is you have to go after Diana, who was your handler in Blood Money, the one that gave you the mission, the chick that's like, hello, 47, your target today is some fat bastard, or whoever, I don't even know, that fat bastard in that Mission A New Life. Look at his fucking shirt. What douchebag wears a Hawaiian shirt in the middle of a gated suburb like that? What a prick. And could it kill him to put some Rogaine foam on that fucking hairline of his? It's a fucking M. No, your mission is to kill her because she apparently exposed the agency. What she started doing was, like, flushing accounts, started revealing where agents were, so, like, obviously rival agents could go after them. Like, she completely fucked the system, and then, bam, disappeared. No clue why she did it, and you're just left wondering, why did she do it? But for some reason, at the end of the game, they talk about her getting accepted into the franchise. They don't really talk about that too much. Mostly because you probably killed everyone that was involved in the franchise, but it's very bizarre that they don't even touch on it. Kind of different. So, your first mission is to assassinate her in her own home. You go through guards. And this is when I start noticing things. I start noticing patterns. It's not a bad thing, but you start noticing this game as you go through it becomes more and more like other games you've played. There were certain themes that as soon as they mentioned them in the tutorial or I came across them in the game, I was like, damn, I played that game. Like, this is possibly the most obvious one. The little, what is that, instinct vision or something? That's fucking eagle vision from Assassin's Creed. It's even the same fucking colors. Bluish haze, gold for important items or characters, red for your target. If anyone didn't notice that, play Assassin's Creed. I don't know which one I don't know which one you want to play, but fucking play it and go back and you're going to say the same damn thing, because it threw me off for a minute. Not that I'm saying it's a bad thing, I just think it's a little weird that it was exactly the same. They couldn't just edit it a little. Like, I don't know, maybe like a black and white haze with, like, I don't know, green and orange, I don't know. Shit, I don't know. But I just thought that was kind of weird that they used the exact same colors and everything. And I, for the life of me, cannot think, what game was it that you could, like, hide in bins and stuff? I swear to God I played a game where you could do that. I don't know. There's a bunch of examples and a lot of them left my mind, but I'm going to call it trigger mode. I forget the name for it. It's in the beginning of the level where you can use your instinct points to mark people for fatal kill shots, and then all of a sudden it just goes boom, 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 and you kill everybody before they have a chance to react. Bullet time. That is one of the exact concepts of Wet, was that you could do that. The slow motion, pew, 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 pew. You could do that, but let's remember, Wet bombed. And I think that's what Wet wanted to do, that type of thing, but it just, I don't know, for them it just didn't come out right. But I'm overall really impressed that Hitman Absolution is one of those games that can take elements from others and make it work without feeling like they didn't have ideas. The only one that kind of does bother me is the Eagle Vision, because it's the exact same thing. They might as well just have called it Eagle Vision. Fucking bald man vision, I don't know. But overall, I thought that it was really cool that they took elements from other games and they said, you know what, that's not a bad idea. Let's jazz it up a little bit, make it more Hitman-esque. But I think that was good. So the first mission you go through, story, I'm not going to spoil what happens to Diana, but you come to know that the reason she betrayed the agency was because they were experimenting on a little girl. Well, she's not really a little girl, she's like a teenager named Victoria. And I guess they were training her to be an assassin. They were experimenting on her like they did to 47. And 47's all like, I must protect her because that shit was dope. They doped me up all day. They fucking shot heroin into my eyeballs. I don't fucking know. I don't know what they were doing, but he was so not letting them take her. So he takes her to, like, an orphanage, and he's, like, doing missions to find out, like, how to take out, like, Travis and Jade at the agency, because they're all like, 47, you son of a bitch, we come to get you, we're gonna get that girl. They're, like, pissed at him, because they do not want this girl going away, whatever she does. They, like, need this chick. And along the way, he runs across characters like Birdie, the Asian dude that lives in an abandoned bus with a bunch of pigeons. He's like the info guy, and he's creepy. I will not shake his hand. He looks dirty. And then there's Dexter, not Dexter Morgan, like Cowboy Dexter. There's a guy called Limp Dick Lenny. Oh my god, that is the funniest nickname. I could not believe that they put that in the game. There's a ugly ass cougar named Layla. There's like all sorts of things. There's an Easter egg for Kane and Lynch, where Kane and Lynch are in the game. They're in like 2 levels. It was pretty cool coming across that. I didn't mention it at the time, and I wish I had. I don't know why I didn't. Because like Lynch starts a bar fight in the one level. It's funny as hell. But I have to say, in terms of the missions, Blood Money went all over the place. They were like, you're in Louisiana, now you're in a suburb, now you're on a boat, now you're at Hugh Hefner's Christmas party, now you're at... Shit, where else were we? Where else were we? We were at the opera in fucking France. We went all over the place. And Hitman Absolution did the exact same thing, thank God. I was going to be so upset if it was one of those, you just follow the story straight through. There's a few missions that obviously kind of come along, like, as you meet the new characters and Agent 47 knows who his targets are to say for this story, who he needs to eliminate. You go to a lot of different places, you do a lot of different things. You go to a cheap-ass Hawaiian hotel, you go to a strip club, you go to all sorts of places. You go to, like, a skanky-ass hotel. The variety, I don't think, is as funny, because Blood Money, I just thought some of those levels were hilarious. Like, A New Life, it's like, I'm in a gated suburb, what is this shit? It wasn't as funny, but they made sure that all the levels made sense. You weren't just in this level for the sake of it's a different level. Like, everything had its own reasons. Like, there was a reason you were at the strip club, there was a reason you were in this hotel, there was a reason you were at the cheap-ass Hawaiian hotel. Oh my god, the cheap-ass Hawaiian hotel. I gotta talk about that level. When I saw the nuns in the trailer the first time, when they did the trailer on fucking planes, when I saw the trailer, I looked at them and I'm like, this seems familiar, and I could not for the life of me place how it seemed familiar to me. And then when I started playing the game, after I finished the level, off camera, I was like, you know what? That shit reminds me a lot of Bayonetta. Like, the nuns, just the way they were dressed, like, really slutty. And just, it screamed Bayonetta to me. I don't know if that was their inspiration, or if they just wanted to get some hoes up in there. That mission is hilarious. Those girls were hoes. They weren't nuns. They weren't even a son. They were just pissed off hoes. 47 didn't pay them their money. They were just pissed. I don't know what made 47 get the eye patch hoe, but damn, she had to have been a $5 hoe at the most. Maybe 10, but like the people that are your targets in the game, they kind of go with the story. Some become a reoccurring story. Like, spoiler, 47 doesn't always kill on the level where someone's his target. Like, the one guy, I'm not going to mention his name for the sake of spoilers, you are supposed to kill him, but he gets away, and it's kind of like you're chasing him for a few levels. You kill off some people he knows. It's really cool in that sense, that it kind of drives the story, because if you just killed every single person on that level when you got there, it'd be like, the story would be so fucking short. And I really like that they did the nod to Hitman Blood Money, because on the mission where I have to get a new fucking suit, which I thought was funny as hell, because it was like, literally get a suit, get out, mission done. If you go into the basement, they had the crow costume from A Murder of Crows, which I thought was cool. They had it in another mission too, but I thought that was cool that they kind of gave a nod to their previous game. And I like that also, I believe it's Silent Assassin or Contracts, I can't remember for the life of me. There's like a Chinatown level. They have a Chinatown level in this game, so they subtly give a nod to the prior games in a way. And I really appreciate that, because it's like, a lot of people played those games and waited a long time for this one, so I'm glad that they acknowledged the fact that they had things before this, and that they were good, and that they were pleased with it. But yeah, the story overall, it's not quite a 10 for me, because I feel like some parts weren't as good as others, but I say it's very high, so I give it an 8.5, because I feel sometimes they copped out on the story a little bit. There's a particular scene where I think they kind of copped out a little bit. I'm not going to say it, but I think when you play the game, you'll know that it's just like the writing team or some team that was involved in the story was just like, nah, we're just gonna take the easy way out on this one. Gameplay, oh my god, I gotta give that shit like an 8.5 to almost a 9. Because now you can use just items in the game like bricks, wrenches, screwdrivers, statue busts, like little items you couldn't use in the prior Hitman games are now weapons. And you can use them for either distraction, if they got a point or they're sharp, you can throw them at their head. The little knife in the back of the head, I'm so pissed I didn't do that whole game, I don't think. I don't know, did I? Oh, but it is so fun. It is so fucking fun. It's a little harder to do it, though, for some reason. The throwing did get better, though. Throwing totally got better. And it was just awesome that you could use weapons that weren't weapons anymore. When it comes to, like, the AI, though, because I want to give a rating to, like, the AI and how they move, I kind of want to give it a 6, because it seems at times you get instantly spotted. Like, you'll see there's going to be, like, a little golden halo around your character, and it'll slowly get bigger, and the static will get louder, and then when it gets super loud, you get caught. Sometimes that doesn't happen with the AI. Sometimes the AI will just instantly spot you. Even if you're in a disguise that they would or would not recognize, they just spot you, and then it instantly fucks you because you've gotten caught without the chance to hide. So I have to say the AI was kind of a dick at times. Oh my god, I feel so bad for that prostate cancer dude. I feel bad for him. I have to say that there was some hilarity in that game, though. Not even in my commentary, it's just like that game made it funny. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And it's frustrating sometimes when you have to repeat levels because the checkpoint system, you have to find and activate the checkpoints yourself. I don't know how many checkpoints I must have missed because I sense I missed a lot. I think I went through entire levels without checkpoint. That's a little frustrating. Like, unless you leave the area and you're in a new area, which makes the mission super long, if you fuck up, like, towards the very end, it's like, and you gotta repeat it, it's like you gotta go to the fucking beginning if you can't find that checkpoint. Some of them are pretty easy to find, though. But I have to say, the characters were really good, well thought out. How you go about interacting with them, whether they're a target or just an ally, I thought they came up with a really good story. The mission variety was great, but it made sense. It wasn't just doing it like... It wasn't like Blood Money where you just did it for the sake of doing it. Like, it all kind of followed a storyline, which I think is the first time that's really ever happened in a Hitman game where the whole thing is completely story-based. There's not that one mission that's like, why the fuck am I doing this? This has nothing to do with anything. The weapons were great. The incognito system was pretty great. Like, it was awesome. And I love that they took elements from other games and they made it their own by tweaking it. Just that fucking eagle vision. They couldn't have tweaked that little that I couldn't instantly spot it as eagle vision. But overall, this game was great. I love the variety of costumes, weapons, levels, characters. There's exciting twists at the end. There's actually kind of twists all around. Some of them you can predict, some of them you can't. I have to say, if you love stealth games, even if you don't love stealth games and you just want to run through, you can really do it however you want. There's challenges to try in each level, like do a level in just your suit, wear every costume. It definitely has replayability. I have to give this a 9.5. And yeah, I'm a little bit of a Hitman fangirl, but I only played Blood Money and the other one to the first level, and then I'm like, fuck this, I give up. This is shit. But I have to say, this is definitely worth it. You can Rambo through it, you can stealth through it like Metal Gear Solid, you can use whatever weapons, whatever freaking costumes, you can try to do all the challenges. The sniper challenge is completely unrelated. There's a contracts mode where people make other contracts, which I thought was okay. It's just, I don't know, some of them were kind of blah, some of them, I don't know. One of the world's greatest. I mean, maybe if I played it more, I'd like it, but this story mode is like the greatest story ever in a Hitman game. The story's perfect, weapons, costumes, all the new types of gameplay that was added. Oh my god. This is so worth it. If your kid's asking for this for Christmas, you fucking get it for them. Yeah, it's rated M for mature, but you know what? Most of the shows on TV are mature without you even realizing it. So buy this for your children. You're not going to want to spend time with them anyway, because you just realize you hate when they talk about World of Warcraft. So send them to the room with another thing to play for a while. And then they'll start trying to silent assassin their little sister with like a clothespin. It'll be great. But I recommend this game fully, 9.5 out of 10. I think that's the highest rating I've ever gave a game, but it's worth it. Not because I'm like a Hitman lover, because this game just earned it. Well, that's me, Panda Lee here, 9.5 for Hitman Absolution. Probably the best release that I've played this year. I know there were a bunch of games that I haven't played, but this was, of the ones I played, my favorite, best, awesome. Buy this for your children, for your grandma, for your cousin Dewey, for your dog, for your douchebag neighbor that never leaves you the fuck alone and always borrows your shit and it either comes back damaged, if at all. Buy it. It's worth it. That's my endorsement for it. Okay, everybody. That's it for the Panda Perspective. I will see you guys later.